Grand Rising. How you guys doing? So we're gonna go on over here and see what the yeah, they banned me, they strike me. They strike me for that last comment, I guess. About the karmic mother. So it must be a karmic mother that's blocking somebody's karmic mother. 1111 could be significant. Somebody could be a scorpionic energy, or something happened on the 1111 portal, or you could be seeing 1111 as a sign of synchronicity. Hey Shirley Ann, how are you? Something about your bloodline being very rare, all right, very ancient, very galactic, okay? Something about your bloodline. They don't want you to speak the truth. My mother always on my page. Yeah, it's somebody's karmic mother, because they let me say everything else. But when I got to that karmic mother and how she's stuck in your energy, she don't know how to wear her own energy. All she know how to do is wear your energy, and that pissed somebody off. That pissed her off, baby. Because I wasn't talking about the uncle, we wasn't talking about the ex, we were talking about the karmic mother, this narcissistic mother, and she is pissed off because I said that she is stuck in your energy. Yeah, she's very bitter, okay? Very bitter Karen energy, very angry, frustrated, because her mask is off. She's mad because her mask is off. She can no longer fool anyone with her falseness. Yes, everybody knows she's a serial killer now. All right, everybody knows her real face. All right, she's working with a crooked DEA agent. All right, look at that. Look how the energy is shifting. She is your lookalike or your doppelganger. All right. So this is a doppelganger, copycat energy. Tell me about this bitter Karen. Spirit, this is what Spirit is saying this. I'm not saying it. I'm merely pulling the cards. Told her about herself. You said yes, and I told her. Yeah, and I know she don't want to hear it. You know, she's going to try to make like you're crazy. You're losing it. She's this wonderful, loving, nurturing mom. She did the best that she could do. Pull out the violins, because this is someone who plays the victim, okay? They try to act like they're so freaking innocent. This is a shapeshifter, doppelganger energy. This is not this person's real attitude or real spirit, all right? And that's how they trick people. Because as above, so below. So, you know, somebody is in trouble. This is in spiritual court. All right. And they're in big trouble with spirits. All right. So clarify this crooked DEA agent. What's going on with this, Spirit? Right. I hear you, Shirley. And you know, your name, Shirley, is the same as my mother's name, Shirley Ann. That is my mother's name. This is somebody's karmic aunt, all right? So for somebody here, this is not your mother, all right? This bitter Karen energy, yeah, it is. It's a common name, too. Back in the day, a lot of girls were named Shirley and Cheryl, all right? For somebody, this is somebody's ex karmic aunt, or your ex's karmic aunt, okay? But this is somebody's karmic aunt that's working with a crooked DEA agent, all right? This is a karmic's aunt whose mask has fallen off, all right? She's bitter, she's angry, she's mad and deranged because everybody knows the truth about her true identity, and they know who she really is. They know that she's a hater and that she's your doppelganger. She's literally a copycat here. She could be a first lady in the church. She could also be like a pastor's wife, or she works in the office of the church. or she holds some sort of position in the church, okay? And there could have been some type of office drama at the church because of this person and because of whatever she did here with a crooked DEA agent. Somebody doesn't like that the church is getting this bad publicity or this being looked at right now. This could be also a karmic uncle here and a karmic aunt that were sent by this organization to be your handler, part of this coven. Okay, these are not your parents. This is an aunt and an uncle. They wanted you, okay, somebody, you could have twin girls or you're going to have twin girls. Clarify this uncle and this aunt. So I feel like your karmic uncle had your karmic aunt to dress up like you and pretend to be you. Why? Why is doppelganger energy here? To work with this DEA? Working with a crooked DEA? But they, I don't know, what is this? There's definitely a coven here. There's definitely a karmic uncle and a karmic aunt. Your karmic aunt is your doppelganger. She's very bitter. She's very jealous. She's angry because your masks have fallen off about her working with a crooked DEA agent. All right? All right, Spirit, tell me more. As above, so below keeps coming out. So I'm going to keep it because it keeps coming out. I put it back and it came out again. So something is going, these people could have been found guilty in spiritual court, and now they're about to be found guilty in the 3D court, okay? As above, so below. Tell me more about the crooked DEA agent. Something about a baby, a miracle baby. You could have been a miracle baby, all right? I told you I'm speaking up on you. Passed away. You had some kind of a traumatic brain injury. This is why you have amnesia, and this could have happened when you were a baby and you survived it, and that was a miracle, literally. All right, it was actually Hecate. You, for somebody here, this might be a trigger warning, but you may have literally passed away as a child and was brought back. You literally were reborn, okay, with the Lazarus gene. All right, this could be an estate attorney, that somebody's trying to make a deal with this crooked DA about a house that this person tried to sell, and they're using this crooked DA to try to conjure up some kind of deal here because they were trying to sell your house. This could happen this month, April. We're in the month of April now. All right. The crow could be significant. You could be seeing black crows. Or is something significant about the movie The Crow with Brandon Lee, all right? He was killed, and he came back to avenge the murder of his girlfriend. Yeah, somebody literally passed away when they were born, all right? You stopped breathing, something happened, or something about some poisoning, all right? We got cyanide poisoning here for an estate, all right? We have cyanide poisoning for an estate, all right? And this person is trying to get a deal here with this crooked DA about this poisoning a child to get access to this estate, and it's not going to work. It's not going to work. These people are going to jail for trying to poison a child, and this is somebody's mother, because remember the movie The Crow was about a trifling mama that was on drugs and she wasn't taking care of her daughter, all right? That was what the whole movie in Crow was about. If you have not seen the movie Crow, you might want to check it out because it might be significant to your story. You may have a mother similar to this person. Because in the movie Crow, her mother was addicted to drugs and she would leave her alone. And she would always be high and just, you know, not taking care of her. And Brandon and Lee and his girlfriend, they kind of was looking out for her. This could have been somebody who was negligent, all right? There's some kind of negligence here where somebody may have sued somebody. The state may have picked up a case because of some poisoning, and they brought charges against this karmic aunt and this karmic uncle because you may have gotten access to some kind of poisoning. Okay, that's what this is about. A lawsuit that was filed against these negligent parents. They may have allowed you to get into some poisoning, or they literally poisoned you. All right. And this is somebody that is a preacher's wife, or a preacher and his preacher's wife here. But you are, because you were an heiress or an heir to an estate. All right. And you're gonna get something this month with the lottery here. You're gonna hit the jackpot here. And it's gonna happen the month of April. Something is gonna happen soon. Somebody tried to sue a hospital or something and said that the hospital was negligent, but it was really this person that has this addiction. And this person's under investigation by the FBI. All right, tell me more about this karmic aunt and this karmic uncle. Yeah, they tried to poison you several times. Spirit was telling me that somebody literally was crushing up pills and putting it in a baby bottle. That's a download that I got. And you may have literally had to separate from this energy. Spirit needed you to separate from this energy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now something is in alignment. Something is now balanced because you have separated from the very person that was trying to unalive you. You were praying for someone who was preying on you. You could love the water, okay? You could have a love of the water, the beach, the ocean. This karmic aunt had someone create a revenge porn tape of you, and you may have to sue this person in a civil suit because they created a revenge porn tape of you. All right, there's a video of you out there without your permission. And they've been working with your own family. These people are obsessed. They're obsessed with your energy. They're obsessed with your money. They're obsessed. They're obsessed. They're obsessed. Spirit wants you to know they're obsessed. They're crazy. You're a miracle baby. It's like no matter what these people tried to do to you, they were unsuccessful. And it's because of your protection. You have Hecate protecting you. Spirit needed you to step away from the situation and see things from a higher perspective. You needed to see who was really coming after you. Somebody wanted you swinging at the dark, not knowing where the licks were coming from, throwing a rock and hiding their hands, all right? Now you're seeing things from a higher perspective. Now this person could be trying to run from their karma, trying to flee the country, leaving the state or leaving the United States altogether, trying to get away from going to jail. But there's nothing they can do. They're all going to go to jail for the part that they played, all right? Even if this is your karmic aunt and she got your karmic uncle to help her, he's going to go to jail too because they were all delaying the inevitable. Here you are inheriting something, and you were legally the owner of it. Then someone decides, well, they didn't leave me something, so I'm going to go and run up and put it under probate so they can't get it right now. They had you waiting all of these years. All right? Clarify this karmic aunt, since she wants to block my page. We're going to talk about you. Tell me about this karmic aunt. And then we're going to talk about this uncle. Tell me more, Spirit. What else do we need to know about this karmic aunt? She's a predator. Period. There's nothing more to say. She is a predator. She preys on people. You were praying for her, and she was literally preying on you. All right? These are people, they walk around like little old ladies, like poor me, and they're a whole cougar, lion, ready to tear you to shreds. And you know what? You can't swim, and you may even have a fear of the water because of something they did as a child. All right, something they did to you as a child, and that's why you have this fear of the water. All right. Tell me more about this karmic aunt that's a predator, Holy Spirit. Tell me more about this karmic aunt. She's dangerous, I know that. She's not done either. She refuses to stop. God has hardened her heart. God has hardened her heart. She's been trying to cover up the fact that she tried to poison you. And now they're under investigation. They've been under investigation for a long time. And they're trying to cover this up. Cover up the fact that she's a predator, that she literally tried to unalive you and put something in your bottle, all right, or in your food or something like that, or cause some kind of harm to you, something you were protected from, all right? Somebody here volunteers for medical research. That's what they do, all right? They volunteer for medical research so they can get paid, all right? You could be working very closely with the Palladian star seed or the Palladian higher council, all right? They want you to watch a video on the Palladian higher council, okay? So you are working with the Palladians. I feel like the Palladians are going after this research facility. Whatever this research facility is, the Palladians are going after them. And there could even be a lawsuit against them, a civil suit. Yeah, this is a group of Eastern Star, okay? And the Palladians are going after them. There could even be a civil suit against this organization because of an unwanted child. Because what they did to try to get rid of an unwanted child. Because they have been living off of your money. All right? Because of a will. I'm telling you. They've been living off of your money and they don't want to be in poverty. So they've been trying to take you out for a long time. I mean, it's not funny. I'm not laughing at that. But this is a first lady of somebody's church here. Do you not think that God is going to intervene? You're a thief, lady. You're a first lady and you're a thief. All right? You're going to jail. They faked your signature on some paperwork. This is a couple that took you from your mother and lied about an adoption. All right? This is a couple that took you from your mother and lied about an adoption. And now this mother and this stepfather, they were stealing your inheritance and your money. You're a karmic mother used some kind of a fake DNA test, and you've been speaking up about that, and they've been doing shut up spells because you're speaking the truth. You're a truth speaker. You're not lying. You're speaking up and telling the truth. It's two of them here saying the same thing. Speaking your truth. Speak your truth. Truth speaker. They say the same thing. They want you to shut up because you're exposing them. Their masks have now fallen off because you know the truth. And now they're trying to flee the country. They're trying to run from this karma. But they're not going to get anywhere. Clarify, trying to flee the country. They're trying to run from their karma. Because you're speaking your truth. You're standing on the fact that it's the truth. And you didn't have anybody to tell you. Let me let you know, karmic, if you're watching me over here, nobody told her anything but spirit, the Holy Spirit, all right? Something to do with your grandfather being murdered here, and somebody made another, look at that, 2 cards about a deal with the DA, all right? So somebody made a deal with the DA about the death of their father, all right? I have 2 cards here about making a deal with the DA. And this is a crooked DEA, all right? So somebody made a crooked deal with a crooked DA and a crooked DA. And now they're going to be in a coffin here, all right? About somebody's death. So somebody want to make a deal now Now they want to say, oh, okay, okay, I confess about having somebody put into some kind of medical research program and for stealing their money. Okay, yeah, now I want to confess that I was a thief. All for jealousy because of how you looked, your beauty, because of how her men would look at you whenever you were around. Europe could be significant. Somebody could be European. All right. Now they are feeling great loss because Anubis is on their butt. Now you got Anubis out here. They in big trouble. Anubis is out here weighing hearts. And guess what? They heart is weighing like a brick right about now. Yeah, they faked a death certificate, period. And the truth is out. They know the truth. And now they're just watching you. Your karmic mother could be paying other people to watch you. Somebody's a Cancer. They're paying a Cancer to watch you and block you. Spirit is saying drink water. And that's what I'm finna do. What time is it? Whew. Thank you, Lord. Well, yeah, they faked your death, okay? Try to collect on an insurance policy. Clarify, fake the death certificate. Your ex is a Cancer. Well, here he is. He's right here on the table. There could be a funeral here. Somebody could have cancer as well, or HIV. We got a funeral service. And I was just watching what's that movie? I just said NWA Compton and Eazy-E died from HIV. So this could be somebody's ex that's passing HIV. They want you to shut up about it. And they're attacking your TikTok, your Instagram, your platforms, anywhere where you're exposing this truth. 1111 definitely is significant. 2323 is significant. Angel number 2323. Clarify fake death certificate. Did somebody say you died of AIDS? So they could collect on a policy? You're going to be the first millionaire or billionaire in your family. You're going to win the Mega Million lottery. I'm telling you. I split the deck and it says first millionaire in your family, but not the last. And then you're going to win the Mega Million. All right. You came from a family of witches. All right. I'm sorry, but that's what Spirit is saying. I didn't say it. Okay. You're some kind of an heir or an heiress. All right. And you lost your memory because of something that happened. Somebody hit you in the head. They were calling you an evil child here because you carry clairaudience. All right. They were thinking you were a demon child because you were clairaudient. All right. I said that on the TikTok. You see dead people, or you hear voices, or you hear you're clairsentient, which means you understand energy. You read energy. All right. And they tried to sell your house. That's here twice. There's definitely a house. There's definitely a house. I got that twice. And they're trying to flee the country and take a flight. Trying to flee the country and taking a flight, maybe on a private jet. That came out earlier. They tried to sell your home. Trying to get around the trust fund requirements to sell your house, but it was stopped. All right. That's two cards talking about a home that they tried to sell and they were unable to do it. This karmic aunt and this karmic uncle, okay? You could have failed as a child from a very high place, and that's how you lost your memory. So somebody could be trying to turn themselves in, trying to make deals with the DA and the DEA to try to reverse something. Somebody wants to be the first one to turn themselves in before everybody else start running in and trying to make a deal, because they know this is over. This is done. Stick a fork in it. but they're very stubborn and very narrow-minded, right? This person is very narrow-minded and they're very hard-hearted, which God has done this. God has hardened this person. They're lukewarm, okay? And they're a control freak. So, they're not going to listen. They're going to keep trying. This is somebody that's a control freak and they think they can control everything. There's some kind of a dismemberment here. So they could have unalived somebody and cut up the body parts. And now they're trying to run and leave the country and take a flight. They want you to shut up. This could have been somebody that was in bad health and they dismembered this person. Someone wants to they want to fight you. Now they want to come fight you. Now they want to come fight you because now you could be exposing something about a dismemberment of somebody that was in bad health. All right, tell me about this dismemberment. It's almost like Hannibal Lecter. Somebody's trying to make a deal here. It's like, okay, I'll admit to whatever you said I was doing to the refugees and the immigrants, okay? Maybe some type of child trafficking. I'll admit to that. But I'm not going to admit to the murder, okay? Because there's some murder here. Tell me more about this dismemberment, Spirit. And I'm going to shut this down. Tell me more about this dismemberment. This could have been by a gang. There could have been some dismemberment done of somebody who was in bad health by some gang members. All right. And it could have been one of your karmic exes. They had something to do with somebody being dismembered. Somebody that was already in bad health, possibly for insurance money. Now this person's going through a spiritual awakening. Get out of here. Because they were listening to this voodoo queen, your karmic aunt. Or who are they listening? Who clarify voodoo queen? Somebody is a Peter Pan demon? What the hell? Somebody is a Peter Pan demon. All right, a Peter Pan demon is somebody that they're a siren. Somebody's a siren. They talk and people listen. People do whatever they tell them to do. Your karmic aunt is a Peter Pan demon, all right? She does this to refugees, immigrants, people who are poor, don't have a lot of money. She steals their inheritances. She extorts them out of their money. Any money they got in the bank, she's extorting them out of it. This could be a church that works with immigrants or migrants, people who aren't citizens. Tell me more about this voodoo queen. Yeah, you're in the voodoo queen, she's in her south node, okay? This is a past life op. She has not learned her natural skills and gifts. As well, she has not healed from her mother wounds or her traumas from her past lives. She's not operating in her gifts or her talents. And she's a people pleaser, okay? But you're a rare bloodline. All right, tell me more about this voodoo queen. We're talking about the voodoo queen right now. Whoever this karmic aunt is. Or whoever, we're going to find out who the voodoo queen is. This is somebody that has made you the enemy of the family. I'm talking about this is somebody that badmouths you to everybody in your family, and that now everybody treats you like you got the plague, or everybody acts funny with you. She has made you enemy of the state. I got that from like Will Smith when he knew some stuff that he didn't know he knew, or he had something he didn't know he had, and the government was after him. All right, so this karmic mother has kind of made you a target. All right, she has made you a target. Spirit is saying, make sure you see things make sure you're not seeing things that aren't there, okay? Make sure that you're not picking up something that is not for you to pick up, all right? So somebody could be an informant. So it could be your karmic aunt has turned informant and made that was the deal that she made with the DEA or the DA, was to become this informant because she unalived her father here, and that was a part of her deal, was to be an informant to this, with this karmic uncle here that's a part of this cult. He could have Parkinson's disease now. He could have got a diagnosis of Parkinson's. She rolled over on this karmic uncle of yours, whoever she was working with. You escaped. You escaped this spiritual attack here. All right, you escaped it. You escaped these spiritual attacks because of the Most High God protecting you, of course. Because you were strong, you were courageous, you were resilient. All right, you kept bouncing back no matter what they would throw at you. And you know what? With this card saying, make sure you're not seeing things that aren't there, you started to not do that. All right, you started to see things for what they really were. You stopped seeing things that weren't there. All right. You started to see that this mother really was being your enemy and not your mother. All right. You stopped seeing things the way you wish they were, and you started to see things for the way they truly were. And even though it was heartbreaking, you had to work through all of this heartbreak, all of this pain of not having your mother, or not having that love from your mother. You still went through that pain. You did what needed to be done. You healed from your heartbreak. You took action. All right. And maybe your mother never healed from her karmic mother, and she was never able to take action. You were strong, and they hate how strong you are. And these are a bunch of church witches, a first lady of a church. All right. Clarify funeral service. They could have had a funeral service for a little girl, a baby girl, but you're very much here because you're a trust fund baby. They reopened the case. You have a settlement trust fund, and it was legally protected, and they managed your funds. Okay. You're coming up as a Mintakan starseed, Mintakan, here to bring out the good in people. All right, you're here to bring out the good in others. All right, you're a Mintakan, a Minakan starseed. All right, Mintakan, ruthless, man, evil, wicked. Tell me more. Tell me about this baby girl, Holy Spirit, that has a trust fund. You're a trust fund baby. You're a shaman. I said that. You were tapped in by, I said that on my other page. Somebody, you were tapped in by your ancestors, whether it's your African ancestors, whoever it was, they tapped you in, you passed your test. They were unable to unalive you because you are a shamika. You're a female shaman. All right. And all of their spells have backfired. This is somebody that was smiling in your face. You got a karmic aunt here that was being fake and two-faced. She was smiling in your face, backstabbing you, gossiping, laughing at you, talking about you. And then when she in your face, she's smiling and acting like everything's all good. But all alone, she's a voodoo queen. Tampa, Florida is significant. All right, tell me more, Spirit. Please donate to the Cash App, $PRENDALYN, if this resonates with you. Or you can do a super thanks or a super chat. All right. Or book a reading. My readings are $33.33, or you can get a Zoom reading for $44.44. This is your family. These are a group of family members, a whole community. This family could have put an insurance policy on one of your nephews. A nephew is significant. You could have a nephew that is also helping people to work through their karma, or you helped your nephew. You may have helped your nephew work through his karmic debt. They could have tried to attach some kind of entity to this nephew as well, but you helped this person to not get taken out by this entity, but they may still have some sleep paralysis. All right. You're doing something all by yourself. All right. You're doing this alone, independently, independence. Okay. You're out here doing this all by yourself. One little person with all of these people coming up against you. Somebody's going to confess, but they were trying to take this to their grave. This is like somebody's planning on taking this to their grave. They're begging for forgiveness. Somebody's on their deathbed. Clarified deathbed confession. Somebody's praying. They're asking God to forgive them for what they did to you. They could have been trying to take a flight to Florida. This person was removed as the executor over this trust fund. There's a producer in your energy. I told you somebody's watching you. Somebody wants to work with you. Somebody might want to produce you or back you financially. Somebody wants you to do what you do, but they want to back you. They want to financially support you. Come on, bring it. I will work with you, but I got to read the contract first, and there got to be a contract, okay? And I'm going to get my CPA. Because today, I don't know why, Spirit had me watching Straight Outta Compton, and their biggest problem was not reading those contracts. When that guy would make those contracts up, they would just sign them. They would never read the contract, and they ended up getting swindled out of so much money they were not getting because they didn't read the fine print. All right, somebody, you're going to meet another shaman. You're going to meet a shaman and you're a shamika. You're going to both be shamans, okay? You're both going to be healers. You're both going to be healers. That is so beautiful. And you're going to be abundant. Focus. You're going to be abundant, right? You're going to have a lot of money. You could have escaped some kind of cloning program. I told you somebody signed you up to be experimented on. And they got a voodoo curse on you, and it's all backfiring. So now they got a voodoo curse on their abundance, on their money. Whoever your karmic uncle is, that's who's attacking your page or TikTok. Something's happening in divine timing here, though. They can't stop it. They can only try to delay it. Somebody was able to delay something for a long time for you. But something about a soulmate union coming, or you're already in one, or you're about to be reunited with somebody. Somebody's name could be Joseph. And the spell is going to be broken. That's why I was channeling Princess and the Frog. Okay? Because the prince was cursed by a witch. She turned him into a frog. 333. 33. The witch turned the prince into a frog. And it's crazy because when the cartoon starts, the mom is telling a story about a princess and a frog. And she would have to kiss the prince she would have to kiss the frog to turn him into a prince. All right. So somebody here, that's what you did. Or that's what you're gonna do. You're going to kiss a frog, and he's going to turn into a prince, and then he's going to be Prince you and Princess Prince him and Princess you. Potentially inappropriate messages. Oh, they didn't like something somebody said. And look what's at the bottom of the deck. South Central. I'm telling you, somebody is from California, or somebody you're gonna be moving to California. Somebody might want you to move to California so they can produce something here. They may want to hear your story, like a lifetime special. You may talk about what it's like growing up in a cult, all right? Because somebody is a bishop, but they're over some kind of coven. They're a bunch of church witches, a bishop and a first lady. They're a part of a church coven, and they want to talk to you, interview you. Somebody might want to interview you. Okay, tell me more about this bishop and this first lady. So we got a whole church. We got a preacher. We got his wife, and you got the whole covenant congregation. Wow. Then they do sex magic. Oh, somebody did not like that. This is a church elder. They're under investigation by the FBI as being some kind of sex cult. Look at that. 333. Tell me I'm not tapped in. You might be seeing 3333. Baby, I own you tonight. Yeah, she's a hater. They're haters, baby. And now they're going to jail. It was in the reverse. They could have got out of jail. This person is an occult leader. Jim Jones in jail. Okay, so this person is being seen as a Jim Jones type of energy, and they're going to jail for faking their death. Okay, somebody could have tried to fake their death, or for faking your death. Remember, I said somebody faked your death. They're going to jail for faking somebody's death. You might have to sue this person in civil court. All right, you might have to take these people to court. A whole church, a first lady, a church elder, a bishop. You might have to sue every single one of these people. A congressman. There's a congressman involved. But this is divine timing. This is divine intervention. This is karmic justice playing out. This is as above, so below. They were found guilty in spiritual court. And these people, this bishop is being looked at like Jim Jones, okay? And we got Jim Jones here again, the father, all right? Somebody that want people to call them father. And now this person is panicking and stressing out because they know they're finna go to jail. All right, tell me more about this bishop. What else do we need to know about this cult leader? You need to know to stay calm. Don't let this stress you out. Don't get obsessed with this. Release it so you can get it back. Because the Most High God protects children, okay? And so do you. Spirit wants you to protect children. Something about a baby boy, all right? Protect children. You could have a son, okay? Make sure, I know I don't have to tell you to protect your son. Because they may try to, because they can't get you, they try to come for your children. We call judgment on anybody coming up against your kids. All right? Tell me more about this bishop that faked somebody's death. And now the body's being exhumed and they know that you're not in the grave. Hallelujah. They know you're not in that grave. Somebody used urine, okay, to do a binding spell on you, this bishop. So he's a root worker. He's a warlock, all right? He knows that you're unbeatable and you're going to be famous. I'm telling you, you're unbeatable. They tried everything. It's because of how calm you are. You stayed calm. You didn't try to retaliate. You didn't try to do revenge, tit for tat. This is somebody, they even try to do some type of revenge tape on you. You didn't retaliate. All right? You will be famous. All right? Tell me more about this bishop. They could have had you declared disabled. Spirit is saying take this as a learning opportunity. All right, Spirit, what else? Navy Federal Bank is coming out again. All right. Then you said, hang in there. What's coming is going to surprise you. You won some kind of negligence lawsuit, and somebody could be Haitian. All right. And this was a part of some type of fetal trafficking, child trafficking, stem cell harvesting. And this is somebody that was very bitter, angry. They felt betrayed. All right. Somebody felt betrayed by you. This could be an ex, or this is somebody you no longer fool with, and they feel left out in the cold by you. They feel abandoned by you, okay? We know that. This person is still stalking you in your energy, though. God is hiding you from this person. This could have something to do with your grandmother's unaliving, or your mother. Tell me more about this church elder. Excuse me. Yeah, you're going to be famous. I cannot make it up. It says you will be famous. News broadcast. You're going to be famous because this is going to be on the news, okay? That's why you're going to be famous. Because somebody is going to want to, a producer's going to come towards you. They're going to want to interview you about what you've been through here. They're going to want to hear your story. They're going to want to interview you, and they're going to pay you. Spirit is going to give you total recall of everything that you need to remember about this. Something about some child molestation as well. You're going to get total recall on that. That's a family secret that you're uncovering, or that's being uncovered. All right? You may find out that that's what they do. Would protect children in the reverse. This is a time where they did not protect children. This was a predator. Somebody had the appearance of being someone who protected children, but they did not. This is someone who didn't protect children and didn't let children use their talents. Very controlling energy here. Very controlling energy. All right. Clarify grandmother. So someone tried to sacrifice your grandmother here. You were on assignment with these people. Spirit sent you into this family dynamic to break up this cult or coven and take them down. And that's exactly what you did. You're working with Nefertiti, the Egyptian goddess. All right. Because of your leadership abilities and your leadership role that you're going into, you're working very heavily with Nefertiti. You could be a direct descendant of hers. There's a righteous judge that is now on this case. Somebody's being very petty and childish, calling your phone and hanging up, riding by, leaving things. This person is as old as Methuselah, and they're very childish and immature. Because this person may have had you may have had a twin brother that died. All right, somebody, you had a twin brother that died. This person is a senior citizen. Somebody didn't like that I could pick up on their energy. And when I was on my live, I was letting you know, hey, if you don't want me to tap into your energy, then don't tap into my live. Because if you're on my live, I'm going to pick up on your energy, and I don't care. Whatever comes out, I'm going to expose it. So these are the people that are calling your phone and hanging up. You're thinking it's spam, but it's these people. Somebody's name starts with a Q. That's who's calling your phone and hanging up. Somebody name started with a Q. This is spiritual warfare, all right? They paid people to harass you, to gang stalk you, to gaslight you and target you. trying to transfer this hex or this curse back onto you. But you're a boss. Somebody trying to curse your finances, but you're a chosen one. They want you to be broke. So somebody's karmic mother slept with two brothers, because your uncle's your father. All right, it's coming out. And because of that, your real father left something for you in justification. And you're going to get it. You're protected by Horus. Yeah, your mother was a dot man. She was out here sleeping with brothers or cousins. Very close relation. This is someone who signed you up for experiments and blind studies with pharmaceutical companies, but you were healed. Spirit healed you. Healed you from everything that they tried to do. All of this betrayal. You got healed from it. And they never healed from their betrayals and their heartbreak. All right, 54, 555. Big changes on the way. Big changes. Louisiana could be significant. Big changes. Louisiana Public Records, significant. Your karmic mother was accused of child abuse or some kind of elder abuse, okay? This person is for the streets. I don't care how wounded they try to play. This person tries to play like the wounded warrior, but they have the mark of the beast, okay? They were experimented on. Somebody's name starts with a W or an M. I think it's an M, okay? This person, they are serial killers, all right? That's what they are. They are serial killers. They do this to people for insurance money, all right? They don't have no love for nothing. See, you were experimented on. Some type of a blind study where they're just watching you. They had something to do with you losing a child. That child will be back. That child is still in your energy. Energy doesn't die, all right? Somebody was working with a crooked FBI agent. All these people are going to prison. They're all going to prison. These crooked FBI agents, crooked DEA agents, they're all going to prison. It doesn't matter. Your page is going to blow up. This was a part of some Agenda 21 program, depopulation agenda. There's a secret indictment here. Somebody's name started with a B. Your karmic mother slept with her brother-in-law. I can't make it up. It's right there. Somebody's name starts with an S. This person, somebody could have cancer. Definitely drink sour sop juice, okay? Sour sop is good for cancer, healing you of cancer. You have a whole different set of parents. I can't make it up. You could be from Las Vegas, all right? Vegas could be significant. This is going to be like Cinderella, dressed in yellow, okay? You're Cinderella, all right? And you're going to meet your prince. And he might look like a frog. You're going to have to look beyond what he looked like, okay? You're breaking a generational curse here. The bank is under investigation, all right? This person might try to come back with a ring, all right? It says he bought you a ring, child. For somebody, he might have bought you a ring. God wants me to have another child. Yep. You're going to, for somebody here, because the angel has touched the water, and there's something about the water. Very significant. Somebody had connections to the port, and they do organ harvesting. Their body parts were found in a warehouse. They're hiding body parts. You freed your ancestors from purgatory. This person is for the streets. Spirit say this person is for the streets. Leave them in the streets. All right. There's definitely another spirit baby in the energy. This is a child that was taken out by this cult. You could have had a miscarriage or some kind of an abortion or a stillbirth, something where a child didn't make it, or this was just an attempt on a child, on a, they could have attempted something, but it was protected. I don't know. But you were healed for some, they could have attempted something with the angel that touched the water and you were healed of something. Because of your grandmother, you got a Cherokee grandmother that these people took out. They tried to they sacrificed your grandmother who was a Cherokee lineage, all right? Your grandmother's on the other side. She helped you here, heal from losing a loss of a child, all right? Something about the loss of a child. You may have felt like it was your fault because maybe you weren't eating right, would eat vegetables and fruit, but it wasn't your fault. This was definitely spell work being done here. Somebody you need to heal from that loss. Somebody you lost a child and you have not healed from the loss of that child. You're about to meet your kingdom spouse and there's another baby in your energy, and all their voodoo dolls and their hair, your hair and all that, it's not going to work. This person could be trying to plan on throwing this voodoo doll in front of a moving truck or something. But if they do that, they're literally going to explode. All right. And somebody's got this voodoo doll and they're thinking about throwing it in front of a car or something. And Spirit is saying if they do that, they literally will explode themselves. All right. Somebody's name starts with an S. They are going to explode. This person could have cancer. All right. And they need to drink soursop. For somebody, your grandpa is your father. And this is a church group, a Christian cult. All right. Somebody got a Cherokee grandmother, and that's very significant. Because your grandmother was Cherokee, she was a healer, a shaman. She initiated, or is a part of your initiation here. You were chosen by your ancestor to be a shaman, a shamika, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, she's very much with you right now. Because these people sacrificed her and you freed her from purgatory. Because you believe in miracles. You believe in miracles. You believe in God. You have faith. You know that nothing's impossible with God, and now they know because they're seeing impossible things happen for you. A red truck is significant. I have been seeing a red truck. So somebody could either have a red truck, you could have a red truck, or somebody left you a truck and they're riding around in your truck. I'm going to close this out. I feel like I've said enough. Clarify this red truck. Is this the collective's red truck? Yes and no. Somebody left you a red truck, but your ex could have the truck. All right. With the lovers here, Gemini energy, or this karmic uncle could have took the truck. He could be driving around in the truck. He could have the truck. Queen of Pentacles in a reverse. All right. It's your aunt and your uncle. They could have the truck. It was left to you. Whoa. Yeah, you're coming up as independent. Where did it go? I just saw that card. It said independent. You're very independent. You don't ask nobody for nothing. You stand on your own 2 feet, and if you don't got it, you go out there and get it. You don't play the victim. You don't expect people to do for you and take care of you, and you don't think nobody owe you nothing. You know what I'm saying? These are people who think somebody owed them something. But you about to get a miracle here. Somebody did something out of haste. All right? They were trying to rush and do something, and in doing that, they didn't do their research. They would have seen that you were a prophetess or a shaman. Somebody wanted those gifts that was passed down to you. You're coming up as the high priestess. Yeah, they know you're independent. You closed out that cycle. You closed out a phase in your life that will never be revisited again. It can never, that door has been slammed shut and it cannot be opened. You're in your destiny. You're in your North Node. There's no going back. Something's finally about to pay off for you. Something's finally coming to fruition after all this time, because you needed to cut these people off. For some of you, this is your own parents. You had to cut off your own parents. Do you know how, I know how hard that is to cut off your own parents. Now they're feeling nostalgic, or somebody wants you to think that they're missing you or feeling nostalgic here, because you're about to get some good news this month, April. Maybe some good news when it comes to love with the Two of Cups. After feeling trapped in a stagnated relationship. Is this new love, Holy Spirit? Is this Two of Cups new love? Is there new love for the collective? Ooh. So there's definitely somebody here that's from your past, Capricorn energy. They're trying to take a leap of faith, rekindle something, all right? Devil energy, Capricorn, all right? Somebody who could have an addiction, all right? Or they're stuck in their ego, or they're still attached to that karmic twin of theirs. And they're seeing you as independent and self-sufficient, and they want to take a leap of faith and come towards you because they feel like you're innocent, and now you got all this freedom. Now they're missing you and thinking about you and memories and shit. Back down memory lane. You're coming up as the Queen of Cups. You're patiently waiting for your ships to come in, and you're going to get some kind of communication coming real quick. About somebody that was trying to hold on to you. This person is still trying to hold on to you, but they're stuck to this karmic, but thinking about you. This is somebody who's miserable. They're miserable in this relationship that they're in with this person. That they thought the grass was greener on the other side with, that they thought was a better option. Archangel Michael says, I'm speaking the truth. They thought the grass was greener on the other side, found out it was fake and booty injections. Okay, you got the real deal, and they went paid for it, and now it's all flat and smelling. You coming up as the Empress. And you're about to get some kind of good news because you made this decision to walk away. You took a leap of faith and you chose yourself. And that's what you were being guided to do by Spirit. All right? You cut everybody off. You cut this energy off. Queen of Swords. Or this could be a Queen of Swords that is feeling nostalgic. This could be someone in your family. This could be a mother figure. That's saying they miss you. Somebody that's known you since you were a child. Or someone you have children with. No, this is a feminine energy. You got two feminine energies here. This Queen of Swords could be you. This could be you cutting off people, places, and things with the Four of Pentacles. Things that are no longer serving you. And then you have this Queen of Wands here. Someone who is in the reverse. Toxic. Pushy. Demanding. Overbearing. Controlling. Self-righteous. Self-righteous. Somebody who act like they don't do nothing wrong. They don't do nothing wrong. Somebody acting like they're not still with the karmic, but they are still with the karmic. King of Swords. Somebody you was in a relationship with, and they acting like, oh, there is no third party, but yet she's still there, and they're still connected to her with the devil here. I'm telling you. This person is going to try to come back in and say, oh, I miss you. I apologize. They see you out here being the gift to the world, okay? And now they feel trapped with a karmic, unhappy family. Now they want to try to come in and balance something out for you. And you're like, I'm good, thank you. You got the King and the Queen of Swords, okay? This could have been your counterpart. Somebody you were married to, or somebody you was in a common law marriage or relationship where you were committed, and this person was for the streets, okay? They were for the streets. Selfish, self-centered, cheating, divine intervention. God said enough is enough, and God don't play about his kids. He got tired of this person taking you for granted, stealing from you possibly, or at least casting illusions, not telling you the truth that they actually had was a marriage, or they could have been married. Now they're feeling abandoned by you, left out in the cold, going through financial hardship because they were collaborating with this karmic aunt and karmic uncle, this King of Wands. You're an earth angel. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. Sagittarius energy, Leo energy, Taurus energy, Capricorn energy, Gemini energy. Big Capricorn. They want to apologize, or they want an apology from you. Not gonna happen. You're making this person feel hopeful. Somebody thinks if they apologize, they feel hopeful if they apologize that you'll take them back. But it's a breadcrumb offer, because they can't give you their whole heart. They're still attached to this community and this karmic femme energy. You got this person blocked, or you're being guided to protect your energy from this person. All right, because this person was attacking you with this community. They were all working together. Third party situation. For some of you, your mother is the third party. You, your mom, and your ex, okay? You are selling away the calmer waters. You're at peace, all right? Somebody's crying, they're praying, they're depressed, they're stressed. They're in fear and anxiety of this. They're at fear of you sailing away to calmer waters and being at peace. They're afraid that you're going to block them all, because they're feeling abandoned by you. Virgo energy wants to come in and balance something out. But he's going through a tower. He's going through a lot of chaos and drama because of his own unhappy family life. And because you're about to get some kind of trust fund here. Leo energy. All right, Holy Spirit, let's close this out. Tell me more. Some scorpionic energy as well with the tower. This tower could just be you. Shining, looking good, taking care of yourself, not worrying about this people, and it's bringing them chaos. Somebody's a magician. This King of Pentacles. He's a warlock. He's a magician. He charged at you. Big changes on the horizon. Significant changes. Tell me about this magician, this King of Pentacles, that's going through a lot of chaos and drama. Why? Because everything's backfiring. That's why. Because of decisions that they have made to travel and leave you. Somebody left you emotionally before they left you physically, and now this person thinks because they feel nostalgic and missing you or whatever, that's going to just bring you right back into their arms. You're going to ignore the fact that they've been trying to come up against you all this time. No, we're not going to forget that you were my op, buddy. This was somebody that was your op, and they think that they're going to be able to come back in and ask for your forgiveness and apologize and get right back to loving each other. No. He's trapped in an unhappy relationship and he can't do nothing but patiently wait for you to get something that belongs to you. And all you're doing is just waiting for your money. You're waiting for your money. Ace of Pentacles. And you're waiting for your kingdom spouse. There's been an ending to this karmic contract. This person is under judgment. If you go back around this person, you too will fall up under that judgment too. All right. This is karmic justice. Somebody got to watch you be happy with somebody else. All right. This is hidden. Something they hid from you about a marriage. This person may have already been married. All right. They hid something about a reunion or something about getting back with their ex. All right. Somebody could have got back with their ex and didn't tell you they got back with their ex. All right. Now they want to communicate something to you. But they're trapped. They can't get divorced. They can't afford to divorce them. I just heard it's cheaper to keep her. Okay. It's cheaper to keep her. Yeah, he came up against you with the Five of Swords, along with this whole community. Your karmic aunt, your karmic uncle, and the whole other community. All right? But you're going to be publicly celebrated. I told you, something's going to be on the news. They're going to want to talk to you. They want to know, how did you survive this? With all of the surmountable odds. Insurmountable odds. That's what I'm hearing. Like, there's no way you should still be here. There's no way that you should have survived this. But God, okay? A lot of you, make sure you're keeping your spirits high. Listen to you some gospel music. It keep your spirits high, okay? It keeps you from being depressed. Get out in nature. Get grounded. Y'all, I've been preaching to my husband for years about getting grounded and taking your shoes off and just standing barefoot in the ground, on the ground. And he actually did it today. Yay! It's true. You got to get out in nature. You got to get grounded. Touch a tree. Hug a tree. Walk in the grass barefooted, you know. Sit outside in the sun. You know, if you can't take the sun, especially if you're on medication, just get in the shade and sit in a chair and just let your feet touch the ground barefooted, you know. Somebody could be passing away here with the death card. All right. You do it all. I know you do it, Felicia. I know you do. That's how you keep your spirits up, you know. It helps relieve stress. I don't even know what I got blocked for on TikTok. They block me. As soon as they see my face, they want to block me. I don't even know what I see. They called it misinformation. And how they gonna know if it's, I could be telling my own story. How is that misinformation if I'm telling my own story, you know? How you gonna say it's misinformation? It's time for you to relax, okay? You're about to have a lot of time to relax and not have to worry about money. That's what I was like, what did I say? I never know what I had. I didn't even say anything. I wasn't even talking about nothing like I'm over here talking about. It's just a bunch of witches that's mad, all right? A bunch of witches that's mad. It could be other karmic readers as well. Karmic readers that feel like nobody else can talk about this, only them. It's way better. It is. It's much better. It's a whole different energy on YouTube. Whole different energy on YouTube than it is on TikTok. TikTok got a lot of NPCs. Oh, K Smith. You can donate by donating to my Cash App at $PRENDALYN. I don't know how to put it in the comments. I'm new to this app too. Community moderation. Start a poll. It's $, P like Paul, R like rabbit, E like Edward, N like Nancy, D like David, A like Apple, ALYN. I don't know if you can read my handwriting. $PRENDALYN 67. Or PayPal, my first name, Prendolyn Burks 67 at gmail.com. Oh, she said just joking. Oh, that's wrong. That's so cold-blooded. K. Smith, you lucky I'm nice, and I won't block you for that. Thank you, Felicia. She said she was just joking. That's cold-blooded. But that's all right, because God don't like ugly, and he ain't fond of cute either. So why you trying to be cute? It ain't gonna be funny later. Laugh now, cry later, baby. Okay, I had a lot of people laugh at me. That is nothing new. My gifts come from the Lord. All right. Yeah, it's all right. Ain't nothing but an NPC. They can't help if they don't have a soul. You're coming up as the star. Aquarius energy, Scorpionic energy. All right. There's been an ending. You're going through a spiritual transformation. Ain't nothing but a monitoring spirit. You got an emperor that's missing you, feeling left out in the cold. They want a reunion. This person says, I was stupid. They say they were stupid. They didn't have the patience to wait for something to come to them the right way. Definitely you. You're the star. You're being seen in the public eye here. Aquarius energy. Somebody could be born on the 17th. You're bringing hope and inspiration to the world. You're being seen as somebody who is trustworthy. You're healing. You're rejuvenating. You're having a whole faith renewal, an awakening. He knew exactly what he was doing. Yes, he did. He was just weak. This is someone who admires your courage. All right. They're like, how did you survive? Because this is somebody who was afraid to not go along. Okay. This person was afraid to not go along. And they wanted to win by any means necessary. This is somebody they may have felt betrayed by you. All right. Somebody playing the victim. Somebody wanted revenge against you. Because you broke up with them. Because you didn't want to be the third party. Okay. Clarify this Five of Swords. This could be a gang of people. They're walking away. Somebody wants a reunion. So they're abandoning this whole effort. They're giving up. They want a truce. They want a reunion. Somebody wants to rekindle the romance. because you walked away. All right, 8 of Cups. No, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8 of Cups. You walked away, traveled somewhere, made a decision, was backed by spirit and source with the sun. You got divine intervention because you made the right decision. There's nothing they can do to stop you. 5 of Swords. Mm. They were fighting over money. This person didn't want you to move forward and have a happily ever after. They didn't want you to get another twin flame. Somebody don't want you to have another soulmate. They feel like you're their soulmate, but they still have a lover. That part. Gemini energy. He got to deal with that karmic twin he done attached himself to. This could be somebody who has like split personalities, like they have 2 personalities. Or somebody could be a twin, because we know Gemini is twin energy. Or this is just somebody who has different personalities. One minute they're a saint, the next minute they're a devil. And now he done married this karmic and there's no way he can get out of it. He's stuck with this person. But you want to attack the collective and constantly be sending all kind of spell work against your finances, okay? So you wouldn't be independent, but yet you are still independent. You're still getting this blessing from the divine. And there's nothing they can do to stop it. And it's just killing them. They feel trapped. They're like, oh, what do we do now? You're too protected. She's too protected. We can't get at her. And this person may literally be walking away from the group. This person may be walking away from this group. This third party situation. Because he wants a reunion with you, okay? You could be coming, yeah, he wants a reunion with the star, but this Queen of Wands, the third party, won't release him. He's married. He is married. Even if he say he is not, he is lying. He is married to somebody. Because he feels trapped. He's either married to her or he got a kid with her. It's something that's trapping him with this person. He doesn't feel like he can leave her because he don't have no money. She could have all the money. Or he's saying he left, he's with her because you left him. Or yeah. But he was for the streets and he's a whole warlock out here. But somebody has selective amnesia. They don't see things for the way they really are. Yeah, he tells lies all the time, so I don't believe nothing he said, okay? Because he really was coming up against you with this whole community here to stop you from getting some sort of money. He participated. Even if he just knew about it but didn't tell you, he's still guilty. He's guilty by association. He didn't tell you. And he had many opportunities to come clean. But he's broke. Somebody's broke and he needs money. He knows that he was married and yet he had a lover. Okay? He could be in bad health. Clarify the star. Clarify the star. So the star he got $20, girl. Wow. Well, there's something about a message coming to you. Okay, you're coming up as the star. And there's going to be a message sent to you. All right, Spirit, what is this message going to be about? This message is going to be about something that changed, about a change coming to a situation here, a change coming to this community with the Five of Swords, all right? Clarify change, collective change. What is changing for the collective? Judification, something in the courts is being given to you. You got judification. Judification is matters of the court, earthly matters, all right? Something is in the court, and you're about to get a judgment. Or this community is about to get a judgment. Clarify judification. So it's something about a main female's occupation, all right? Something about whatever you're speaking into the universe, it's changing things, all right? You're changing the outcome here of something. It's something about your work. And this married couple, there's something going on with this married couple in this community. Clarify marriage. This is somebody that was married and messing around on their wife. This is somebody that was a false person. They were trying to get this case to come in their favor. Clarified false person. Courthouse. Somebody was being a false person to the courthouse to keep a main female from getting something given to them with judification. Clarify false person. It's something that you do for work. This lady is a seamstress, but whatever it is you do for work, there was an official person watching or working, or something about official person in your occupation and the courthouse, because of your occupation. Now you're getting this house, all right? There's a home. That's what it is. Somebody was trying to get a home to come to them, and now this home is being given to you, all right? So you were put in a false marriage. He could have married you in order to get this home given to him. He worked with several other people to orchestrate something to go in his favor when it came to court, all right? He put you in a false marriage because this is a bigamist. He already has a wife. Something is coming in the distant horizon. He may not even, he may have a wife, but they're not together or something like that. But this man was married. That's what I feel. Tell me about this person, this marriage. This is somebody that's in poverty, and they've been working with this community to get this money in this home for you because they need money. They broke. Somebody feels like you don't need money. You have money, and they were using you for your money, trying to use you for your money. Or they thought they were going to use you for your money. But you a whole star out here in these spiritual streets. Clarify poverty. Somebody did this for money. A mother figure, Queen of Pentacles. And now it's over. It's ending. You're coming up as the Hierophant. Somebody very psychic. Or somebody here, this could be a mother figure that's very traditional in their beliefs. Somebody's mother could be a preacher or something like that, a pastor, a bishop. Somebody's mother is in poverty, or Queen of Pentacles could be this person's, whoever this person was working with. Who this Queen of Pentacles was under a lot of illusions. Now they're crying. Somebody could be in jail. His wife could be in jail. This Queen of Pentacles is his wife. No, Queen of Pentacles is you. You're the wounded warrior here. It's you. And these people, this whole community, they were casting illusions against you. Now they're depressed and crying, asking God for forgiveness. Huh? Asking God for forgiveness for what they've done. Trying to find a way to get out of this. He said he lived by himself. Oh, so she probably left him. Or somebody's in jail. He didn't do this by himself. One of the people he was working with was this person. This woman he is trapped in this relationship with. They're both going through a tower together. He worked with her and others. Your mama. I don't know. Clarify beautification. This whole community is learning their lesson. They are learning not to mess with God's people. Don't come if you're not called for. All right? Don't come for a chosen one if we ain't called for you. You're about to get some kind of outpouring, a new beginning, new partnerships, new opportunities. Start setting goals, all right? Write your goals down, make it plain, because you're about to get a lot of assistance. There's a determination. Somebody made a determination to give you this new beginning. And that has changed everything when it comes to this karmic masculine that made a decision to go with the false person. Now you're coming up as the Empress. You could have a new job, or you're going to start a new job or a new opportunity. You're going to be celebrated in the public eye. This is God, divine intervention. This is your blessings finally coming in, your breakthrough after all of this chaos and drama and confusion, all of this betrayal. There's finally light at the end of the tunnel. I'm so happy for you, collective. You deserve this. You deserve this. Now they're arguing, feeling weighed down and burdened. Somebody could literally be trying to take their own life here. Somebody's feeling overloaded and stressed out because of all of the problems they created for themselves. Fighting amongst this, if they're still married with this person, they're like fighting every day and they feel trapped. Because they know they did this. And they know no little apology is going to change what's coming for them. They know that they're under judgment. Alright. Holy Spirit says this is the truth. Archangel Michael says this is the truth. There's nothing left to say. Nothing left to say. This is either your parents that did this to you, and now something is going to balance out for you, or this is your ex and they did this with someone he was in a relationship with to come up against you. or she was coming up against you with the Queen of Pentacles. It could have just been her and not him. It could have been her being reckless, trying to steal your energy, some type of energy harvesting here, or cheating. I don't know. This could be somebody you even know this person. This was the ultimate betrayal. This could have been a friend of yours. This could be somebody that should have been loyal to, that was supposed to be loyal to you. All right. He's sitting there under the olive tree thinking about you. He's feeling abandoned. He's feeling guilty. All right. Because you were innocent. You were very kind to this person. You communicated the truth to this person. And now you patiently waited and you're in your destiny. And now you're about to be publicly celebrated. You're going to get some good news about something you do for work. Things finally coming to fruition. Finally seeing light at the end of the tunnel. I just felt some pressure to my temple right here. Ugh. He's still watching. They were just trying to delay this for you. They couldn't stop it. But somebody was trying to delay this because they knew that you would move forward from this, that this would be a blessing to where you would be able to completely detach from them, and they did not want you to be able to be at peace. Somebody don't want you to be at peace. 333. Somebody don't want you to be at rest. They want you to be in fear and worry and anxiety, whoever the warlock is, okay? Now they're trapped because you cut them off. You are the high priestess, and they are the thief. You're getting this new beginning, 9 of Cups, wishes fulfilled. Somebody, Virgo energy, you could have been in hermit in isolation, but you're a trust fund baby. You got some land, property, or a deed here. Or this is just family problems, okay? I'm going to get away from all of them. Yep, that's what you're being called to do. Cut ties. Cut ties with this King of Knight of Cups. Or this King of Cups. Virgo energy. That is a devil energy. Cut ties. Cut ties. Because you're protected. Alright. No weapon formed. 3333. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. You're about to get your wishes fulfilled, all right? Your dreams are coming true, so set your goals, all right? You're still shining bright, looking good. God got you, all right? Don't you worry. Your wishes are His command, okay? And this King of Cups can't hold on to you any longer. He can't stop you from moving forward any longer. You got new love, 2 of Cups. New soul tribe family. This person could be dying here on their deathbed. There's grief and death. They together. Grief and death. Somebody's passing away or they're already dead. They died. And now somebody's grieving because they were reckless. Somebody knows you were innocent, all right? They know that they were reckless and foolish, all right? That you were an earth angel. And now you're going to move forward now when it comes to something in the court. You got victory. You got the victory. And there's good news on the horizon. Now somebody wants you to return. You may have to return to your roots or your hometown. There's an emperor that wants you to return to your roots. I don't know what that is. Gemini energy as well. Somebody wants you to come back home. This Knight of Wands. You feel like home. There's something hidden. All right, don't trust them. They're lying. They're not telling you everything. This could be a mother figure. This is an empress. This could be a feminine coming up in a masculine energy. Something about stability, structure. This could be a judge or a lawyer that's going to communicate something to you about this warfare, this spiritual warfare from this King of Pentacles that's at a distance from you. Your ships are coming in. This King of Pentacles is feeling abandoned by you, like you don't care. They feel like you're being very cold to them. This King of Wands. Oh well. Oh well. You have every right to do that. This person was not being truthful. They were being false. Okay, they came in with bad intentions. They came in and put you in a false marriage or tried to put you in some kind of false union because of something you have that you don't know about. With the moon, you still don't know about it. It's still hidden. I'm going to try to clarify the moon. I don't think Spirit wants me to say it because they could be watching. But something is still not, they're still not telling you everything. It's something they're hiding. But they know you're the Empress. With the Ace of Cups, they know you came from God. It's like this person has finally seen the truth about you and who you were in their life and who this other person is in their life. All right, y'all. I hope y'all have a good evening, a good night, okay? This is Good Friday evening. So enjoy it, all right? I'll try to come back tomorrow before Easter, but I don't know. I never know. Until Spirit say do it, and then I do it. But something's about to balance out for you, or you're learning how to balance out your money, balance your life, balance the ups and downs of your life. That's what you're learning how to do. How to go with the flow, how to balance from the ups and the downs. Thank you. Be blessed. I will call you. All right, call me, Felicia. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful evening. If you would like, I am open for a booking tonight. If you guys want to book something before Easter, or even I work every day, so it don't matter. You can call me whenever. But I like this reading. I thought it was very good. I hate I got kicked off of TikTok, but there's nothing new about that. Any closing messages before I shut it out? Should the collective get back with this ex-person? For some of you, you should get back with them. I don't know. Spirit is saying yes. This was a good partnership, okay? This was a good union. This relationship had potential. This was a potential soulmate. All right? So that person was your karmic twin. Should they get back with this person, Holy Spirit? Ooh. I guess Spirit don't want to say because this is a collective reading. And it could be yes for some and no for some. So this could be new love, okay? This could even be new love. Yeah, no, this is that same. Yeah, Spirit is saying this person has potential. I don't know what to say. I'm always against going back to your ex, but Spirit is saying this person was a potential soulmate. And maybe they've learned their lesson. I cannot say. Who am I to say? They are a magician, though. I mean, I don't know. And they did make a mistake, but it's something about them, the way they're watching you be a gift to the world. And there's a gift that's coming. I don't know. Use your discernment. That's all I can say. Use your discernment. If something feel off, listen to it. Don't go along with it. Because this person did have you in a third party situation and they were being sneaky and deceptive. Yeah, pray about it because they were absolutely guilty. I mean, they got caught to the wrong. And they are going through a shitload of trauma and drama and chaos right now. And they're feeling trapped. So this person is desperate, you know, because they're seeing you be successful and you getting free from this trap. And they want to try to hook on or catch a ride with you. We ain't got, see, they're not telling you everything. You know what I'm saying? With that moon still being there. That moon still being there. That's trying to hold something back. All right? They're still holding back on something. But you don't care because you got them blocked anyway. You're protecting your energy. All right. See you guys on the later. I call my energy back to me. 414 on the timer. You could be seeing 414. All right. I love you guys. Bye-bye.